All right, eating plant-based doesn't mean only plants, right? It doesn't mean you do like a vegan diet or anything. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would chat with you guys about this today because this is a topic that comes up, and I always find it strange because in the medical and nutrition world, the research world, it is generally advocated that people eat largely plant-based, right? People need to eat more plant-based. The experts almost universally agree upon this based upon the data around the world. So it's not really a point of controversy medically, right, or nutritionally. However, where the controversy comes in is that people then associate the idea with the ideology of veganism. And veganism is, of course, being an ethical ideology, is no animal products, right? Not even in your clothing, let alone going in your mouth. So people do need to understand that difference. Whereas when we're talking about eating more plant-based, we're saying getting the vast majority of your calories from plants. Eat mostly whole foods. Okay, so when we say that, a person says, well, what if I eat a little animal protein every day? Then I'm not plant-based. Well, of course you are, right? I mean, really what tends to push people over the limits is the animal fat. That's where you end up getting very large amounts of calories. And we know that animal fats are largely either detrimental to health or neutral. In other words, even when we see certain health benefits from eating specific animal-based foods, whether they're higher in fat or not, there's still no health benefits to the animal fat. Okay, and I know we could get into arguments about omega-3 there. Totally separate topic, right? But I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. Higher fat yogurts do not seem to cause any, when they're added to the diet, do not seem to cause cardiovascular risk and inflammation like the other counterparts do, right? For some reason, the culturing of the yogurt and the dairy changes some things. Right, so that's an example. Seems to be neutral in regards to that, but there are other health benefits, or maybe the other health benefits counteract it. But that aside, setting that to the side, by and large, it's the fat calories that push you up anyways. Eating a bit of lean animal protein, if you're still eating mostly plant-based by volume, and plant-based whole foods, is still plant-based. Okay, again, let's not confuse specific ideologies, whether it's veganism, vegetarianism. Those ideologies are usually ethically based, right? They're based on some sort of ethic, whether it's animal rights, whether it's environmental. So that's not the same thing. We're talking about eating overall plant-based for health, which is a topic. I'm running a fitness channel here, and I don't like these things to get confused because they're not necessarily, obviously not mutually exclusive, but we're talking about a complete restriction of something based upon ethical reasons versus a moderation of something for health purposes. Okay, and hopefully we can understand that difference. So, but that is the point, and that is what the researchers show, and it's about eating whole food, plant-based diets. It doesn't mean avoiding animal products. Because there's a big difference, right? Is it possible for a person to eat no animal products and to still eat a trash dumpster diet full of garbage, to get obese from it and have nutrition deficiencies? Of course it is. Of course it is. If you sit around eating nothing but vegetables and potatoes fried in coconut oil and put refined sugars on everything, you're eating a trash dumpster diet. And that could be a vegan diet. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about eating a whole foods plant-based diet, which doesn't mean that's all you eat. It just means that the bulk of your food is based around that, the vast majority. And again, this is what the research shows over and over and over around the world. These are where you get most of the health benefits. All of the healthiest diets around the world, this is what they include. And it doesn't always mean, hey, you're eating specific things, root vegetables, eating grains, whatever. Although those can absolutely be a big part of it. But what you're looking at is whole foods. whether it's grains, legumes, vegetables, fruits, tubers, just a wide variety of things. But people want to bring that stuff up too, and it's really ludicrous because even when you bring up some of those things, people say, well, but you shouldn't be eating legumes. Really? Where's your evidence for that? And that's a dead giveaway that a person is caught up in some dogma. Okay, that's a dead giveaway. They'll say something, well, because they've got whatever anti-nutrients. Well, some anti-nutrients, number one, have health benefits. Number two, by and large, the positives outweigh the negatives. Number three, most of those anti-nutrients are removed purely through cooking. It will take them down to lower levels or eliminate them. So, again, a really silly point. Because when you look at the data, people who eat more legumes in their diet tend to live longer, have lower cancers, be healthier. Okay? So when you make a statement like that with things like this, people jump in and go, well, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. There's a problem. There's this potential problem. And it's like, because you're not looking at the sum total of a food. There's not a single thing that you can put in your mouth and consume that doesn't have some minor negative effect somewhere in the body. The human body is very complicated. Nutrition is very complicated. But if you have a food and you go down the list of everything it does in the body, and it has 25 benefits and 3 negatives, it's probably an extremely healthy food. Unless those negatives are so bad that they're dangerous to your health. Okay? Like legitimately dangerous. Such as a level of toxicity that your body can't tolerate, an extreme allergy, right? Whatever. So of course there's going to be little negative things. But so then you look at the sum total data, and by and large, legumes, for example, are healthy. They're health promoting. People who eat more of them tend to be healthier on average. Okay? So when you find that sort of correlation, you can usually conclude that's a healthy food, because otherwise people who eat more of it would be less healthy. Or no effect, right? It might balance out some things. But when the data shows they tend to be, on average, healthier, all right, that's a great example of a healthy food. No matter what minor thing you find wrong with it. So again, that's what's going on with the plant-based. We come back over to people who eat plant-based, whole foods diets, who eat more in that direction, doesn't mean exclusively, tend to be healthier and tend to live longer. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.